Hi there guys and welcome back. This is going to be the Shooting Quasar deck profile build for the January 2014 ban list. This is going to be of the old format, but just kind of new in a way. Alright, first you're going to start with 3 quick draws. What he does is you can discard a monster to special summon him, and then he works good with Level Eater because you discard Level Eater to the graveyard, special summon him, then you Level Eat off him, and then you can go into level 5 Junk Synchron. And then of course you'd run 3 Level Eaters. What this guy does is, if he's in the graveyard, you can special summon him by eating a level off a level 5 or higher monster. Then you run 1 Synchron Explorer. What he does is, when he's normal summoned, you can special summon a Synchron tuner monster from your graveyard. Then you run 3 Junk Synchrons. What he does is, when he's normal summoned, you can special summon a level 2 or lower monster from your graveyard, but their effects are negated. Next you run 3 Tuning Wares. This guy is kind of like a draw power for the deck format, or for the deck. Excuse me. Whenever you summon him, or whenever he is used as synchro material, he can be used as a level 1 or level 2 monster. But that can be negated if you use Junk Synchron with him. So if you Junk Synchron, if you normal Junk Synchron, then summon him through Junk Synchron's effect, he stays at level 1, but you get to draw a card whenever you do Synchro with him. Then you run Double Doppelwarrior. Those cards are good because if you because you do a lot of special summoning from the graveyard. If you have him in hand, you can special summon him from your hand because the monster is being special summoned from the graveyard. He's really good, and then whenever you synchro with him, you gain 2 tokens. Next you run Double Effect Killer. They are tuners, so you can synchro with them, plus they also negate your opponent's effects that could mess you up. Then you get 1 Debris Dragon. Kind of go for Dandy. You go Debris Dragon, normal effect, get your Dandy, synchro for Black Rose, and you get to keep your tokens. And of course you run 1 Dandy. He's always a good Foolish Burial target, and he's always good if you mill him, so he's a pretty good card overall. 1 Quillbolt, because you can get special summon him if you control a tuner. You can discard him through Quick Draw's effect, then you can activate Quillbolt's effect, then you go into Junk Archer. 1 DD Crow, with zombies coming back, I think it's fair play, and it's a good time to start playing this card. You can run 2 of him, or you can run 1, it's kind of up to you. I'm going to stick with 1. Because I don't think zombies are going to top, but it is good for spellcasters and then mermaids because they have to target. 1 Maxi, because who wants to take the Maxi challenge if you have to special summon, which this game has now become. It's almost purely special summons, except for maybe with, I think maybe the Ghost Tricks and Vampire Zombies could top. I don't think they will, but there is a possibility. 1 Unknown Synchron. When you're running 2, it kind of clogs the deck. It's pretty good at 1. Never at 3. If you run 3, you're stupid. But it's okay. Then 1 BLS, because there's a lot of lights and darks, and he's pretty good. Game changer right there. And that's it for the monsters. At the end of the video, I'll show you how to do Shooting Quasar first turn. All you need in hand is Level Eater, Quick Draw, and then Synchron Explorer. If you can get that first turn, then you'll probably win the game with those 3 cards. For the spells, you run Triple Tuning. This card is essential for any tuning deck, or synchro deck, I should say, because what this card does is when you activate it, you can search out a Synchron monster that's a tuner, and then you special summon it, or you add it to hand, and then you mill, or you shuffle your deck, and then you mill, which is pretty good. Then you run Double MST. Back row, kind of get rid of your opponent's spells and traps. 1 Foolish Burial, so you can send Level Eater to the graveyard, because in the combo, you will need a Level Eater in the graveyard. 1 Dark Hole, Book of Moon, 1 for 1, so if you can get Level Eater that way. And then Mind Control. It's always good to have Mind Control. Great card. And for the traps, you run very generic Mirror Force, Compulse, Torrential, Bottomless, and Somnling. That's it for the traps. For the extra deck, I run 1 Formula Synchron. This is the only tuner synchro that I keep, and you only really need 1. There are others, like, I can't remember what their names are. I know there are more, but this is the one that I keep, and this is the one I really use. Then 1 Ally Justicar of Justice. He's a great level 5, and pretty useful in almost any scenario. 1 Junk Warrior, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cards that Quick Draw can go into in this pile, and I'll tell you why at the very end. 1 Drunk Gardana. 1 Black Rose. Black Rose nukes the field and is a great card. 1 Junk Archer. 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend. 1 Scrap Dragon. 1 Crimson Blader. 1 Road Warrior. 1 Colossal Fighter, 1 Stardust, 1 Star Eater, 1 Shooting Star Dragon, and then Shooting Quasar. For the 15th one, I'm debating on whether or not I want to run a Stardust Spark Dragon, or if I want to run maybe Junk Destroyer, so I can get more targets for Quick Draw, or maybe even Drill Warrior. Any of those are pretty good, or maybe even Nitro Warrior, because they're all pretty good and Junk can go into them. And the reason why Junk can go into these 4 is because they require a Synchron tuner, and that's what Quick Draw does. Quick Draw does is he can go to any Synchron tuner, and he acts as that card that is required. All right, and that's it. Now Alright, in my other video I promised to show you how to do Shooting Quasar first turn. Video cut up, sorry about that. But this is how you do. All you need is these 3 cards in hand. If you get these 3 cards in hand, or any of these 3 cards first turn, it is amazing. If you have to use tuning to get Quick Draw and maybe mill level here, perfect. Or maybe 1 for 1, send level to the graveyard and just get tuning, or even anything. The only card you do not want in any case scenario to get in your hands when you get these 5 cards, or even a 6th card, is Unknown Synchron. If you draw this card, Shooting Quasar first turn goes out the window. You cannot get him. So this is how you get Shooting Quasar first turn. So as you draw these cards, you're like, oh, that's a really good hand, Shooting Quasar. You ditch Level to the graveyard to special summon Quick Draw. Then you activate Level Eater's effect to bring out him and then eat a level off Quick Draw. He now becomes level 5. You synchro for 5, and then you get Junk Warrior. Then you activate Level Eater's effect again, eat a level, and then normal unknown or Synchron Explorer. Effect goes off, you get Quick Draw, Synchro for 8, and then you get Road Warrior. And then from here, it's kind of like you can go either way. You can activate Road Warrior's effect first, or you can activate Level Eater's effect. It really doesn't matter. But Level Eat off Road Warrior. So now he's at 4 and he's at 7. Unknown effect, or Road Warrior effect, you get Unknown Synchron, Synchro for 2, and you get Formula. With Formula on the field, all you have to do from this point on is just Level Eat it one more time. So he's now 6, 4, 2, and then don't forget to draw a card for Formula. And then you just go into Shooting Quasar, because Shooting Quasar is a level 12, and once again, we'll do 6, 4, 2 equals 12. And that's how you get Shooting Quasar first turn. Enjoy your day.